Okay, everyone. Welcome back. I'm back and going to continue on with my Disney VHS Collection 2021 edition, in which part 2, we are going to be taking a look at the Masterpiece Collection editions. So, part 1, we just looked at the Black Diamond Classics titles. Now we're going into part 2, which would include the Masterpiece Collection titles. So, without further ado, let's just get started, shall we? Okay. I have 3 copies of the 1994 VHS release of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and this came out on October 28th of 1994, along with all the other Masterpiece Collection editions like Dumbo, Alice in Wonderland, The Sword and the Stone, Robin Hood, Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Mary Poppins, and So Dear to My Heart, and Pete's Dragon, and the Three Caballeros. Okay, so first we're going to look at this copy. I got this back in May of 2010. Now, if PBS aired Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it would air on September 3rd of 2007 to honor the 70th anniversary of the film. And the PBS airings of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, considering the fact that it's called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it actually does feature the PBS Kids Snow Globe logo, but instead of using the Snow Globe audio in the Snow Globe logo, it would have the Dash Transformation logo's audio in the Snow Globe logo. So, the PBS airings of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs from 2007 would have the Snow Globe logo with the Dash Transformation logo's audio. So, here's the spine. Now, the Masterpiece Collection editions show the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo on the spine. The earliest releases also have on the top left. And then the title is red, and then there is a character from the film. So, the spine for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And if you look at the back, what did you think of the audio air on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs with the Snow Globe logo using the Dash Transformation audio? Alright. a landmark in the history of animation, says the New York Times. And if you look over here, this copy has an ink label, and it is printed on May 27th of 1994, so this is a very early copy of the film. And because this copy is an early copy from May 27th of 1994, the Masterpiece Collection logo didn't exist at that time because since this is printed in May of 1994, it's got the green FBI warnings, and then it's got the Roy E. Disney introduction, and then it goes to the 1986 Sorcerer Mickey Walt Disney Home Video logo on this copy. And then it goes to the Walt Disney Pictures logo from 1990, and then the film starts. I also have this copy right there. Packaging is the same and all that. Same label, but the print date is June 1st, 1994. And this copy also contains the 1986 Sorcerer Mickey Walt Disney Home Video logo. And now, we're going to look at this copy, which I got off of Goodwill. The packaging is the same. And it's got the same label, but this time the print date is October 20th of 1994. This copy opens the exact same way as my other copies, except this copy contains the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo after the Roy Disney introduction. Everything else, though, remains exactly the same. Yeah. Next up, I have two copies of the Masterpiece Collection edition of Mary Poppins, or Mary Poppins, a film from 1964, which is a live-action animation combo. Now, if Mary Poppins aired on PBS, it would air in September of 1999, on September 13th of 1999, printed which would air 1 week after Dragon Tales premiered. What did you think about that? And it would be to honor the 35th anniversary of the film. And this film stars David Tomlinson, Julie Andrews, Dick Van Dyke, Ed Wynn, and obviously, since it's from September of 1999, it's just has a 1999 PBS Kids logo. And the TV airing of Mary Poppins on PBS would use the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot running up to the screen. What did you think about that logo for Mary Poppins, Jeremy? Alright. Here's the spine. The Guitar Hero and Baldi's Basics FTW Door FTL. The TV airings of Mary Poppins, when it would air on PBS, would have the Dot logo from 1999. This copy contains an ink label, and the print date is December 31st of 1994, which is printed the last day of 1994. After that day, it would become 1995. I'll tell you what my favorite PBS Kids logo is. It's the fishbowl one. Now, this copy that is printed on December 31st of 1994 has the green FBI warning screens, and then the 1994 Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and then there is a black and blue now on video cassette screen, and then there's a trailer for the Brave Little Toaster, and then there's the lilac blue feature presentation screen, the green format screen, and then it's got the Buena Vista logo, and it goes to the film. Next up, I have another copy right here, which I got at Goodwill back in 2015. Packaging is the same and everything. Yeah. I actually have a copy printed of Mary Poppins printed in 1992 that opens the same way as your copy that also has the Buena Vista logo on there. That was printed on November 25th of 1992. Did you know that? I might show you that when I do part 3 or 4, which are the standard editions. It's got the same label and everything. Look at the print date. The print date is January 19th, 1996. Now, this copy has a pretty interesting opening, because this copy of Mary Poppins opens with the green FBI warning screens, but then it has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, but with the 1992 Walt Disney Classics jingle on there. And then it's got the now available to own on video cassette screen, the Flash Bang one. And then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo from 1995. And then it's got the Walt Disney preview for the Brave Little Toaster. And then the Walt Disney Family Film Collection promo. And then it's got the Flash Bang feature presentation screen, the green format screen, the Buena Vista logo, and the film. I have 2 other tapes that have the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with the Walt Disney Classics jingle on there, which I will show you sometime soon. And Mary Poppins is one of them. Next up, I have the 1994 Masterpiece Collection edition of Dumbo. we already looked at the Black Diamond Classics edition for part 1. But now we're going to move on to the Masterpiece Collection edition. So, basically, some of the cover art is the same as the Black Diamond edition. And, except this is a little different. I used to have a copy of Dumbo that was printed in 1998, but it was accidentally thrown into the garbage can by mistake. So that's when I ordered this copy, and I've had it ever since. Spine, if you look at the back, this one says, "A film you will never forget," says the New York Times. And oh, you mean Gigi the jet plane? Yeah. She left in 1999. All right. Dumbo. Here's the sticker, the ink label for it, and the print date is February 12th, 1995. And this copy contains the green FBI warning screens. Then it has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and it has the regular jingle on it. And it's got a preview for the now on video cassette screen, which is the lilac blue one. Then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo, which is the one from late 1994. And then it's got the Walt Disney Brave Little Toaster trailer. And then it's got the Walt Disney Family Film Collection promo. And then it has the lilac blue feature presentation screen. And then it's got the Buena Vista logo, and then the film. And as I said before, PBS airings of Dumbo would be from September 4th of 2001, and it would have the PBS Kids Dot transformation logo. Alright, here's the next tape. This is the 1994 Masterpiece Collection edition of Alice in Wonderland. I got this at Goodwill back in 2015 along with Mary Poppins and Robin Hood. Here's the back. Spirited, charming, truly remarkable animation. Says Saturday Review. Here's the tape. Ink label. The print date is September 28th of 1996. And this copy contains the green FBI warning screens. Then it's got the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with the regular jingle. And then it's got the flashbang now available on video cassette screen. The Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo from 1996. And then the Walt Disney Family Film Collection promo. And then a preview, and then the coming soon on video cassette screen. And a preview for Aladdin the King of Thieves is shown. Then it's got the flashbang feature presentation screen, and then the RKO logo is shown, and then it goes to the film. And as I said before, the TV airings of Alice in Wonderland on PBS would be from May 18th, 2001, and it would have the 1999 PBS Kids Dot logo with the correct audio, just like on Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins would also have the correct audio. Wow. Here's the next tape. This is the 1994 Masterpiece Collection edition of Robin Hood. I got this back at Goodwill in 2015. Song of the South. Song of the South would have the dot logo with dash logos audio. And it would air on PBS in April of 2000. April 14th, 2000. Okay. Here's the Masterpiece Collection edition of Robin Hood. I got this at Goodwill back in 2015 along with Mary Poppins and Alice in Wonderland. And this one says a full parade of all the Disney ingenuity, says Daily Variety. Here's the tape. Ink label. The print date is September 4th of 1998. Printed 3 days after Sony Wonder released The Best of Kermit on Sesame Street on VHS. Which I wish that would be released on DVD at some point, but it never got a chance to come out on DVD eventually. Unfortunately, it was just released on VHS. Even though Elmopalooza came to VHS and DVD on the same day. Alright. Now this VHS of Robin Hood opens with the late 1997 green FBI warnings, and then it's got the 1992 gold Walt Disney Home Video logo. And then it's got the now available to own on video cassette screen and a preview for the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection from 1998. And then it's got a preview for the Spirit of Mickey. And then there's a preview for the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo. Then there's a preview for the Spirit of Mickey. And then there's a preview for... Actually, after the Masterpiece Collection promo, it's got a preview for Melody Time. Then there's a preview for The Spirit of Mickey. And then there is a preview for... After The Spirit of Mickey and Melody Time, it would have a preview for The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. And then there's a preview for Kiki's Delivery Service. And then there's the Flashbang feature presentation screen, and then it goes straight to the film. Alright, Here's the next release. This is a 1994 Masterpiece Collection edition of The Sword and the Stone. And it's a 1963 film which stars Sebastian Cabot, as you know, Sebastian Cabot would later voice Bagheera in The Jungle Book, and would also be the narrator for the free Winnie the Pooh featurettes, which include Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, his Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day, and Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2. Here's the spine. And if The Sword and the Stone aired on PBS, it would air on PBS on the same day as the last 2 episodes of Clifford the Big Red Dog. Do you know what day that would be on? Jeremy? If not, I could tell you. February 25th of 2003. You are correct that it's February 2003, but it's February 25th of 2003 is the air date for The Sword and the Stone and the last 2 episodes of Clifford the Big Red Dog. And ironically, there was snow and the... Ironically, Jeremy, here is the story. The Sword and the Stone had snow in the film and had some fish in the film as well. I think the last 2 Clifford episodes probably used the Snow Globe logo. Ironically, Jeremy, The Sword and the Stone has snow in the film and has fish in the film. Oh, it's just my educated guess. So, Jeremy, what is interesting is The Sword and the Stone has snow in the film and has fish in the film as well. So, you know what's going to be very ironic about this? We all know that the Snow Globe logo's audio played in the Fishbowl logo at some point, but it's going to have The Sword and the Stone is going to have an error that has never been shown before. And it's the reverse of what happened in Word World. Which means that while the Word World episode, Ducks First Sleepover and One Hat Fits All, has the Snow Globe logo's audio playing the Fishbowl logo, The Sword and the Stone would actually use the Fishbowl logo's audio playing the Snow Globe logo. What do you think of that error on The Sword and the Stone? Here's the tape. The print date is February 7th of 1997. And this copy opens the exact same way as my Alice in Wonderland VHS release. where it has the green FBI warnings, the Masterpiece Collection logo, the now available on video cassette screen, the Masterpiece Collection promo, the Family Film Collection promo, the coming soon to own on video cassette screen, and a preview for Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Then it would have the flashbang feature presentation screen, then the green format screen, and we go straight to the film. And there's no Buena Vista logo. That's a cool error, Jeremy. And what did you think about that cool error in The Sword and the Stone? And what are your thoughts on that error? Due to the fact that there is snow in the film and fish in the film. February 7th, 1997 for The Sword and the Stone. So that would be 15 years. Wow. I have 3 copies of Bedknobs and Broomsticks. First, we're going to look at this copy. Which somebody gave to me. This one also stars David Tomlinson, but it has Angela Lansbury in the film. And it's from 1971. And the TV airings of Bedknobs and Broomsticks, when it aired on PBS, would air in 2001 to honor the 30th anniversary of the film. It would air on December 5th of 2001, which was the same day as the season 1 finale of Clifford the Big Red Dog. What did you think of that air date, Jeremy? Look at the back. And the PBS Kids logo that would be shown on the PBS airings of Bedknobs and Broomsticks would be the dot transformation logo with the dot transformation logo with the 1999 dot logos audio, which is the same error from the 101 Dalmatians. Okay, here's the ink label for Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and the print date for this copy is January 17th of 1996. And so this copy contains the same opening as my Mary Poppins VHS that has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with the Walt Disney Classics jingle. Bedknobs and Broomsticks also has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with the Walt Disney Classics jingle on it and stuff. And would have the same opening as the Mary Poppins tape, but then there's a different Buena Vista logo after the green format screen. And then we go straight to the film. Amazing. Very amazing. And this copy, I got at Goodwill. Here's the tape, same label, and the print date is March 19th, 1996. Now, this copy opens the same way as my Alice in Wonderland and Sword in the Stone VHS tapes, as it has the Masterpiece Collection logo with the regular jingle, and it has the Masterpiece Collection, Family Film, and Family Film Collection promos, and a preview for Aladdin and the King of Thieves on there. And then there's this copy that I got. Yeah. That I got in 2014 in August. Ink label. Print date is October 28th, 1997, which was 3 years after the Masterpiece Collection line began. And this opens the exact same way as my copy printed on March 19th of 1996. Well, that is a good idea, actually. You never know until you find out, I guess. And then you get to know after you find out. Wow. Okay, next up, a 1994 Masterpiece Collection edition of Pete's Dragon. Pete's Dragon is a 1977 film, and it would air on PBS in 2002 to honor the 25th anniversary of the film. And the PBS airing of Pete's Dragon would have the same PBS Kids logo as Dragon Tales, which is the 1999 PBS Kids Dot logo with Dot running up to the screen. And would air on... It would air on the same day as Art for It's Only Rock and Roll aired on TV, which is September 1st of 2002. What did you think of that air date, Jeremy? Here's the spine. Well, the dragon is the same color as Zack from Dragon Tales. He is green, and Dot is green, and there's a green background. Look at the back. This copy is an ink label, and the print date is April 5th, 1999. And this copy is the late 90s green FBI warning screens, and in the 1992 gold Walt Disney Home Video logo. And then it has the now available to own on video cassette screen and the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo from late 1998. And then it's got the coming soon to own on video cassette screen and the preview for Madeline Lost in Paris. And then the lilac blue feature presentation screen, the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo. And then it's got the green format screen, and it goes to the film. Yeah. Either orange or red shirt. Yeah, we know. But Pete's Dragon would use the Dot logo. Alright. Next up, I have a 1994 Masterpiece Collection edition of The Three Caballeros, which is a 1944 film, and it's narrated by Sterling Holloway, great actor who did Winnie the Pooh. Now, if the film were to air on PBS, it would air on September 6th of 1999, which is the same day that Dragon Tales premiered. What did you think of the air date for The Three Caballeros on PBS? And The Three Caballeros would actually have the 1999 PBS Kids Dash logo, with Dash thinking about something. What did you think of the TV airings of The Three Caballeros using the 1999 Dash logo, since that logo first came out on September 6th? And yes, it does have the correct audio. Spine for The Three Caballeros. And the back. A Masterpiece, says Washington Post. I got this in August 2014. Print date. The ink label and the print date is May 9th of 1997. And this tape opens the same way as my Alice in Wonderland, Sword in the Stone, and later Bedknobs and Broomsticks episode. And the VHS of the Three Caballeros that I have opens the exact same way as my Alice in Wonderland, Sword in the Stone, and later Bedknobs and Broomsticks tapes. Except, after the feature presentation, it has a different RKO logo when it goes to the film. No, I haven't, Jeremy. Next up, I have two copies of the Masterpiece Collection edition of So Dear to My Heart. First, we're going to look at this one. I got this at Goodwill back in 2015, along with Alice in Wonderland, Robin Hood, and Mary Poppins. So Dear to My Heart is a 1949 film, and that would air on PBS on September 6th of 1999 as well. But unlike the Three Caballeros, which would have the 1999 PBS Kids Dash logo, So Dear to My Heart would have the 1999 PBS Kids Dot logo. What are your thoughts on that, Jeremy? And this also has Burl Ives in the film. And it would air on September 6, 1999 to honor the 50th anniversary of So Dear to My Heart. Here's the back. One of Walt Disney's loveliest films, says Leonard Maltin, the Disney films. And here's the tape with the ink label. And the print date is March 18th of 1996, printed one day before one of my copies of Bedknobs and Broomsticks was printed. And this copy opens the same way as my Mary Poppins and Bedknobs and Broomsticks VHS release, because this copy, even though it's printed on March 18th of 1996, has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with the Walt Disney Classics jingle on it. And now we're going into this copy, which I got in August 2014. Packaging is the same. Ink label. Print date is January 10th of 1998. So this is a 1998 reprint. But it still contains a 1996 VHS mastering because It still has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with previews for Aladdin and the King of Thieves on there. Just like my Alice in Wonderland, Sword in the Stone, later Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and Three Caballeros tapes. But those tapes, after the flashbang feature presentation screen, believe it or not, I have a tape of Robin Hood, which is a demo tape that has the dark red FBI warning screens from 1991. The 1986 dark red FBI warnings on the 1991 demo VHS of Robin Hood that I own. But anyway, after the previews on both of those tapes of So Dear to My Heart, they have the flashbang feature presentation screen, the Buena Vista logo in the film. Actually, Guitar Hero and Baldi's Basics FDW Door FTL, Warner Brothers originally made PBS Kids releases on VHS and DVD like Teletubbies and Caillou, and then later on in 2004, Warner Brothers lost the rights and Paramount took over. Paramount still owned the rights to Nickelodeon in 1999, but didn't own PBS releases until 2004. Alright. Here's the next release. I have 2 copies of Sony Wonder would actually do Nickelodeon shows if they aired on PBS, except for SpongeBob, which Anchor Bay would do so. And then Anchor Bay would own the rights to episodes from seasons 1 through 5, and then beginning in season 6 in 2009, Sony Pictures Home Entertainment would take over, and then Warner Brothers would take over, beginning with season 10 in 2016. What did you think about that, Jeremy? For the companies that would release SpongeBob if it aired in PBS. Anyway, The Lion King. First, we're going to look at this copy. The Lion King is a 1994 film featuring James Earl Jones, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Jeremy Irons, Whoopi Goldberg, Nathan Lane, and a bunch of other cast members. Now, if The Lion King aired on PBS, it would air on PBS on April 6th of 2004, which is the same day that the 35th season of Sesame Street premiered. And then about Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers would release fan-made Warner Brothers would actually own the sequel to Kids and Teachers called Kids and Parents. What would you think about a sequel called Kids and Parents that Warner Brothers owns the rights to, despite Sony Pictures doing Kids and Teachers? Or should I say spin-off, by the way? Alright. April 6, 2004 was actually the same day as episode 4058 of Sesame Street aired. The Lion King would air on PBS on April 6th of 2004, and The Lion King would use the PBS Kids dot transformation logo, and yes, with the correct audio. Here's the spine. In the back, the greatest wonder of all, says Los Angeles Times. Well, what did you think of the air date for The Lion King, Jeremy, on PBS? Since the film is from 1994 and it aired in 2004 to honor the 10th anniversary. With the dot transformation logo with the correct audio. Alright, here's the tape with the ink label. Printed is December 22nd of 1994, so this is an early printing as it came out on March 5th of 1995. Or March 3rd of 1995. The Lion King 1.5 would also air on April 6, 2004. And that would also have dot transformation. And The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride would air on December 19, 2003 on PBS. What did you think about the air date for Simba's Pride? Now, this copy was printed December 22nd of 1994, and the tape came out March 3rd, 1995. And this copy of The Lion King that I have, this copy right here, opens with all the Lion King films would have the dot transformation logo with the correct audio. Just so you know. Anyway, this copy of The Lion King that is printed on December 22nd of 1994 opens with the green FBI warning screens, the Walt Disney World, a Voice of Experience commercial, and then there is a preview for, after the Walt Disney World Voice of Experience commercial, there is a preview for teaser trailer for Pocahontas. There's the Walt Disney World Voice of Experience commercial, then a trailer for Pocahontas, and then there is a coming soon to video cassette screen, which is lilac blue, with Brian Cummings saying, "And now, coming soon to video cassette." Then there is a preview for home video trailers for Cinderella, Angels in the Outfield, and the Aristocats, in which this tape contains the Angels in the Outfield trailer, where the clouds are very still and they don't move at all. And then there's a trailer for the Aristocats, which would be coming to video next year. And in the lilac blue feature presentation screen, and then it would go to the green format screen, and then it would go to the Walt Disney Pictures logo, or In Remembrance of Frank Wells screen, who was the president of the Walt Disney Company from 1984 to 1994, then the Walt Disney Pictures logo, and the film. Now we're going into this copy. Someone gave this to me. Ink label, same one, but the print date's January 25th of 1995. And yes, I did like it. Next up, I have 2 copies of the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection edition of Cinderella, which came out on October 4th of 1995. Interestingly, the Black Diamond Classics edition came out on October 4th, but in 1988. So, first off, we're going to look at this copy. Someone gave this copy to me. I don't think you should. I kind of like the YouTube name of yours just the way it is. You can keep your channel name. First, we're going to look at this copy. I got it Goodwill, but I put the promotional stuff in this copy. Actually, someone gave this. I got this at Goodwill, but I put the promotional stuff on this copy instead of the other one. Here's the spine. And the back. Sheer joy enchanting, says USA Today. Here's the tape, and the print date is June 27th, 1995. And the air date for the PBS airing of Cinderella would be September 8th of 2000. What did you think of that air date? Alright. Now, this copy of Cinderella opens with the green FBI warning screens, and it's got the Walt Disney World wake-up call commercial, and then it's got the preview for Toy Story after that, and then it's got the previews for the Santa Claus and Pocahontas, and then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo, and then it would go into the lilac blue feature presentation screen, and then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and then the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo, and then the Buena Vista logo was shown, and in the film. And the 2000 airing of Cinderella on PBS would use the 1995 VHS mastering, because it will start at the Walt Disney Pictures logo from 1990, then the Buena Vista logo would be shown. Next, we'll go into this copy. Here's the tape. And the print date's June 25th of 1995. Actually, I already showed you this copy. I meant to show you the other one. Okay, here's this one. This one is printed on June 27th, 1995. And it opens the exact same way. And neither of these copies contain... These copies do not contain the Pocahontas video game trailer after the wake-up call commercial. It goes straight to the Toy Story trailer, and then trailers for Santa Claus and Pocahontas and stuff like that. And now, we're going into 3 different copies of the 1996 Masterpiece Collection edition of Pocahontas. Now, I'm warning you, there may be a bunch of words I'm going to say in this when I am showing you these titles, so, of Pocahontas. Now, I'm going to show you this copy first. This is the most recent copy that I got last year on May 21st. And this is actually the copy that I've watched last year. And the PBS airings of Pocahontas would air in February of 2005 on the same day as the 3rd season premiere of Dragon Tales to honor the 10th anniversary of Pocahontas. What did you think of that air date? And the PBS airings of Pocahontas would use the PBS Kids fishbowl logo with Dash looking into a fishbowl, imagining himself as a goldfish and then getting eaten by Dot. Once again, it fades in and out and uses the URL. Of course, here's the spine and the back. Disney's done it again, says Joel Siegel, Good Morning America. And if you look over here, this has an ink label. Oh, and look at the print date. It's from December 14th, 1995. So this is a very early printing. Now, this was printed 11 days before Christmas. Now, a bunch of those early copies of this film at that time, there were lots of copies printed on December 14th of 1995 that had the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo at the beginning, but there were some December 14th of 1995 copies. Some copies from December 14th of 1995 still had the Masterpiece Collection logo, but lots of other copies from December 14th, 1995 had the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo on there. So, I'm going to go tell you what the order of contents are for this copy that I have printed December 14th of 1995. This copy of Pocahontas has this copy of Pocahontas printed on December 14th of 1995, has the green FBI warning screens, and then it has the same Walt Disney World wake-up call commercial like before on Cinderella, except the music is different. And then it would have a theatrical trailer for The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and then some home video trailers for The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, The Aristocats, Aladdin and the King of Thieves, and then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo from 1996. And then there's a Disney Interactive promo for Disney's animated storybook Pocahontas. Then it's got the lilac blue feature presentation screen, and then you actually see there's a big surprise coming. After the feature presentation screen, it does not have the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo. It does, in fact, use the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo on this copy, which makes a surprise appearance on this copy because I have found a copy with the Walt Disney Classics logo, and it was this one. Because the seller checked the tape before I bought it. Anyway, after the feature presentation screen, this copy does contain the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo on there. Then the green format screen, the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo, and the start of the film. If you didn't notice, Jeremy, there were very early copies of Pocahontas, like this one, had the Classics logo. Yeah. Yeah. Not to mention, there was a YouTuber that I was watching called Rubber Guzman, and he had a copy that had a sticker label that was printed on December 20th of 1995, and guess what? It did have the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo on there. And New Time Travel Highman 88 had a copy that was printed a day after mine on December 15th of 1995, and it also had the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo. Isn't that interesting that I just got a copy from December 14th of 1995? Isn't that interesting that I got a copy on May 21st of last year that did have the Classics logo and was printed on the 14th of December of 1995? All right, now moving on. Here's this copy of Pocahontas. And his was printed on December 13th of 1995. And ironically, Aubrey Scott Productions' copy printed on December 14th of 1995, which was the same day as my copy was printed, his had the Masterpiece Collection logo. Even though my copy from December 14th of 1995 had the 1989 Walt Disney Classics logo on it, his copy printed on that same day as mine had the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo instead. But he did have a copy with the Classics logo printed on December 13th of 1995. And Aubrey Scott's copy that was printed on December 14th of 1995 also had an ink label like my copy. Look, and here's the ink label on this copy, and this copy is printed on December 17th of 1995. Now this copy, on the other hand, has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo on there. And here's this one right here. And this has an ink label as well. And this was printed on February 10th of 1996. And yeah, I do. Now, it took me years to find a copy with the Walt Disney Classics logo, and I got lucky last year to find one. And my copy with the Classics logo was printed on the 14th of December of 1995. So after I got the copy with the Classics logo, I no longer ordered any more copies since I have more of them with the Masterpiece Collection logo, with one of them using the Classics logo. Next up, I have 3 copies of the Masterpiece Collection edition of the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. First, we're going to look at this one. I got this back in July of 2010, and the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is a 1977 package feature narrated by Sebastian Cabot, containing 3 featurettes: Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, Winnie the Pooh and the Bustry Day, and Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2. Now, it would air on PBS. If the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh aired on PBS, it would air on PBS in 2002 to honor the 25th anniversary of the film. And the 2002 airing of the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh would be from October 11th of 2002, which was the same day as the Arthur episodes To Tibble the Truth and Waiting to Go. And the 2002 PBS airing of Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh would use the PBS Kids Snow Globe logo at the end, with Dash ice skating inside a snow globe, with Dot holding a snow globe. And the snow globe logo would fade in and out on the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. What did you think about that logo for the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh? Considering that one of the episodes, particularly the very last one, had snow in it. And yes, the snow globe logo would use the correct audio on the PBS airings of the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. 3 cheers for Winnie the Pooh. Exactly right, wistful, sprightly, and often hilarious. Now, this copy is pretty rare because it's got an ink label on there with the print date of January 31st of 1996. And this copy contains the green FBI warning screens, then a theatrical trailer, home video trailer for Toy Story, and then there is a home video trailer for Aladdin and the King of Thieves, then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo, the Disney Interactive promo, and then the Lilac Blue feature presentation screen, and then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and then the making of the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which is like almost 5 minutes long. And then the Buena Vista logo is shown. And then it would go into the start of the program. And the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh would actually be the last Disney VHS in the Masterpiece Collection to contain the Lilac Blue feature presentation screen until the 1999 VHS release of The Rescuers. And by that, I mean the one with Mark Elliott's voiceover. It's the last release to contain the feature presentation screen with Mark Elliott's voiceover until the 1999 VHS release of The Rescuers. For the Masterpiece Collection, at least. Because the last overall release to use it in 1996 would be Aladdin and the King of Thieves. And here's another copy right here. Packaging's the same. This one has a vertical sticker label, which not really in the greatest of condition, but and the print date is February 16th of 1996. Well, I have the 1999 VHS of The Rescuers that has it removed because it's a later printing. Alright. And here's this copy. No, the 1992 VHS does not have the image either. Only early copies of the 1999 VHS have it. Alright. This copy has the sticker label in a much better condition. And the print date is February 18th, 1996. And it opens the exact same way. Like, what was Disney thinking? Ain't that the truth? Alright. Next up, I have two copies of the 1996 VHS release of the Aristocats. First, we're going to look at this one. Someone gave this to me. Of course, the Aristocats is a 1970 film, and that stars Phil Harris from The Jungle Book, who also did Baloo in The Jungle Book, that is. Phil Harris, who did Baloo in The Jungle Book, and Eva Gabor also appears in that film, who did the voice of Bernard in The Rescuers 7 years later. And The Aristocats is a 1970 film. And it would air on if it aired on PBS, The Aristocats would air in 2000 to honor the 30th anniversary on September 29th of 2000. And you all know what PBS Kids logo would appear on The Aristocats. It's the dot transformation logo with the correct audio. The Jungle Book would also have the correct audio. Here's the spine in the back. Bursting at the seams with rib-tickling fun, says Entertainment Today. What did you think of that, of the logo and air date of the Aristocats for the PBS airing? Here's the tape, ink label. Print date is February 26th of 1996. And this VHS of the Aristocats would have the green FBI warning screens, and then it's the first tape to use the Walt Disney Company intro, which of course has the Walt Disney Pictures music playing first, and then the Masterpiece Collection music. And this version of the Walt Disney Company intro that is shown on the Aristocats is the one that says, "From movies to magical vacations." From the theater to your living room, there's always something new and exciting from Disney. And then after that, it's got an advertisement for Walt Disney World My Vacation. And then there is, and here's what's new from Disney Interactive bumper. And then the Disney Interactive promo for Toy Story, the video game. And then it's got a and then it's got a theatrical trailer for the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And then it's got home video trailers for Muppet Treasure Island, Tom and Huck, and Aladdin and the King of Thieves. And then it's got an interesting variation of the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo. Everything remains the same throughout most of the logo, except the very end when the logo is formed, the announcer goes, and now our feature presentation. That's right. This one actually has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with the feature presentation voiceover on it, then the green format screen, and then the Walt Disney Pictures logo in the film. And the Aristocats is one of the 2 Disney films to contain the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with the feature presentation voiceover. The other one would be Oliver and Company. Here is another copy right here. I got in like August 2014. Packaging's the same. But the print date we know. The print date is March 4th, 1996. It opens the exact same way. All right. Next up, I have 2 copies of the 1996. Next up, I have 2 copies of the 1996 VHS release of Oliver and Company. First, we're going to look at this one. And Oliver and Company is a 1988 film. And Oliver and Company, if it aired on PBS, would air in 2003 to honor the 15th anniversary of Oliver and Company. And the TV airings of Oliver and Company would have the 1999 PBS Kids logo with Dot, the girl, running up to the screen. Because in the trailer, Oliver is like running really fast. What did you think of that logo? And of course, the air date for Oliver and Company on PBS would be because the reason why the dot logo would be used on Oliver and Company is because in the trailer there is Oliver the cat. He's running really fast. Oliver and Company. And this was released on VHS September 24th of 1996. If you look at the back, it says, unmistakably Disney and still the very best, says Joel Siegel, Good Morning America. Here's the tape for Oliver and Company, and this was printed on July 3rd of 1996. And this tape of Oliver and Company opens with the green FBI warning screens, then the Walt Disney Company intro, and then there's a preview for a live-action 101 Dalmatians. And then it would have, after a preview for the live-action 101 Dalmatians, it's got a Disney Interactive promo for Disney's animated storybook, The Lion King. And then there's home video trailers for Muppet Treasure Island, James and the Giant Peach, Muppet Treasure Island, and Toy Story. And then it would have the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo with the voiceover saying, and now our feature presentation, except on this release, it starts after Tinkerbell appears, whereas in the Aristocats, it starts after the logo is completely formed. Then it has the green format screen, the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo, and the film. Yeah. And here is another copy. And packaging's the same. Print date is July 7th, 1996. Great. It's great. Guitar Hero and Baldi's Basics FTW Door FTL. Here's the next film, Bambi. And this, I have two copies, of course. First, we're going to look at this one. The 55th Anniversary Limited Edition. This is the first VHS release to be THX certified. Here's the spine, the back, and the back. And this one says, has the same critique review as the 1989 VHS, except it doesn't say seen by every generation. It just says, a perennial classic remembered long after other movies have been forgotten. This came out on February 4th of 1997. Here's the tape, and the print date's a very early printing from December 10th, 1996. I would say it would be used until September 1st, 2008. Alright. Now this tape of Bambi has the green FBI warning screens, the Walt Disney Company intro, and then there is a theatrical trailer for Hercules and a theatrical trailer for George of the Jungle. No, I haven't. And then after that, it would have, after theatrical trailers for Hercules and George of the Jungle, there is some previews for The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and then there is a preview for Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. And then there is a Disney Interactive promo for The Hunchback of Notre Dame and The Hunchback of Notre Dame Topsy-Turvy games. Then there is a stay tuned after the feature bumper for the making of Bambi. Then the lilac blue feature presentation screen with the same music and everything in animation, except it has Bo Weaver, and he says, "Thanks for joining us with this special preview. And now, our feature presentation." This is the first Masterpiece Collection edition to use it. The first VHS release overall to use it is Toy Story. After the feature presentation screen, it has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and then the THX logo, which says digitally mastered on here. Then the Walt Disney Pictures logo is shown, and the program, or film. I have another copy with the same stuff. Same label. Print date is December 12th, 1996. You know, Jeremy, maybe they should make very early copies of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs that have the Walt Disney Classics logo if the copy was printed in March or April of 1994. How would you feel about that? Excuse me? Next up, I have two copies of the Masterpiece Collection edition of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which came out on March 4th of 1997, 1 month after Bambi's release. And this was released theatrically on June 21st, 1996. And TV airings of The Hunchback of Notre Dame would be from June 11th of 2001 when it airs on PBS. And just like Harriet the Spy, when that aired on PBS in June 11th, 2001, The Hunchback of Notre Dame would also use the 1999 PBS Kids Dash logo. What did you think of the air date for The Hunchback of Notre Dame, since it came to theaters on June 21st, 1996, then aired on PBS on June 11th, 2001? Yeah. Here's the spine for The Hunchback of Notre Dame. And the back. The best Disney animated feature since Beauty and the Beast, says Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times. Ink label, and the print date is April 10th, 1997. Oh, and this copy right here was printed on January 7th of 1997. So this copy of The Hunchback of Notre Dame contains the green FBI warning screens, the Walt Disney Company intro, and then it's got the theatrical trailer for Hercules and George of the Jungle, and then there's some home video trailers for for Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves and the live-action 101 Dalmatians, and then the lilac blue feature presentation screen, and then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and then the green format screen, the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo, and the film. And if you didn't know, Tony Jay stars in this film, and he also voiced Spiderus in Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends. Wayne Robson was another actor who appeared in Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends, and he appeared in The Rescuers Down Under as Frank the Lizard. Next up, I have two copies of Fun and Fancy Free, which is a 1947 film. And first, we're going to look at this one. Fun and Fancy Free is a 1947 package feature, actually, containing two shorts, Bongo and Mickey and the Beanstalk. Now, if Fun and Fancy Free were to air on PBS, it would air on the same day as Pete's Dragon and Arthur, It's Only Rock and Roll, which is September 1st of 2002. But unlike Arthur, It's Only Rock and Roll, which has the fishbowl logo, Fun and Fancy Free would have the snow globe logo, which fades in and out, just like on Arthur, It's Only Rock and Roll, but on the fishbowl logo. So what are your thoughts on Fun and Fancy Free airing on the same day as Arthur, It's Only Rock and Roll, but Fun and Fancy Free using the snow globe logo? And, you know, you can make food when it snows, and they like make food in Mickey and the Beanstalk, which could be very common around the holiday season. Anyway, spine. And the back. And the tape. Front date is May 22nd, 1997. This VHS actually came out a week or two after the Sesame Street VHS 1, 2, 3 Count With Me was released. Oops, dropped one. I'll get it real quick. Oh my goodness. Okay, this copy of Fun and Fancy Free has the green FBI warning screens, then the Walt Disney Company intro, and then there's a preview for a re-release of The Little Mermaid, and then it's got previews for Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin, Mary Poppins, Sleeping Beauty, and Old Yeller. And then there's a Disney Interactive promo for Disney's Magic Artist. Then there is a Wonderful World of Disney promo on there. And then it would have this Stay Tuned After the Feature bumper for the story behind Fun and Fancy Free. And then the lilac blue feature presentation screen, the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and then the THX logo. This time it says Lucasfilm Limited, and this would be the first release. Beginning with Fun and Fancy Free, it would say Lucasfilm Limited. And then it would go into the Walt Disney Pictures logo from 1990, and then the RKO logo in the film. So what were your thoughts on the reasoning for Fun and Fancy Free using the Snow Globe logo? Due to the fact that Mickey and the Beanstalk has food that Goofy and Donald eat. And food can be made during the holidays. And here's this next tape. Now, I know this is not a Masterpiece Collection tape, but I'm showing this anyway because it accidentally uses the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo at the beginning. This is Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin, which is a 1997 direct-to-video film, and that would air on PBS on March 29th of 2002. to honor the 5th anniversary of the direct-to-video film, Pooh's Grand Adventure to Search for Christopher Robin would have the dot transformation logo with the fishbowl logo's audio, just like on fan-made TV airings of the SpongeBob episodes No Weenies Allowed and Squilliam Returns. Here's the spine and the back. Oh, and it would air on the same date as the episodes Crabborg and Rockabye Bivalve air on PBS and Nickelodeon. And this one says, "You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." And this is a film where they try to find Christopher Robin when he goes to school, even though I have not seen this. And this tape is a dark sticker label. And the print date is July 10th of 1997. And this copy contains the green FBI warning screens, then the Walt Disney Company intro, and then there is a preview for the re-release of The Little Mermaid, and then there is home video trailers for Mary Poppins, Sleeping Beauty, and The Jungle Book, and then it contains previews for Schoolhouse Rock releases, and a preview for Disney Interactive promo for Learn to Read with Pooh and Learn Math with Pooh. And then the lilac blue feature presentation screen, and the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo appears, and then it goes to the film. Next up, I have the 1997 VHS release of Mary Poppins, fully restored limited edition, released on August 26, 1997. Here's the front and the spine. If you look at the back, Walt Disney's crowning achievement, says Leonard Maltin to Disney Films. This copy has an ink label. And the print date is July 29th, 1997. This was actually printed one day after my birthday. But I wasn't born until 3 years later in 2000, on July 28th. And this tape of Mary Poppins has the green FBI warning screens and the Walt Disney Company intro, a preview for the re-release of The Little Mermaid, and then it's got previews for Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, and then there's home video previews for Sleeping Beauty, Old Yeller, and The Jungle Book. And then there's a preview for The Toys Who Saved Christmas. Oh, and The Wonderful World of Disney promo comes after a preview for the re-release of The Little Mermaid. Wow. Believe it or not, I have a grandmother that was born on July 22nd, 1944. My grandmother on my dad's side was born on July 22nd, 1944. If you didn't know that. but it's an interesting fact. Anyway, the green FBI warnings are shown on Mary Poppins in the Walt Disney Company intro, a preview for the re-release of The Little Mermaid, then the Wonderful World of Disney promo, then previews for Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, and then home video trailers for Sleeping Beauty, Old Yeller, and The Jungle Book. And then previews for The Toy Who Saved Christmas. The Toys Who Saved Christmas, not to be confused with the VeggieTales episode, The Toy That Saved Christmas, but it's The Toys Who Saved Christmas. Which, The Toys Who Saved Christmas actually features Michael Callas in the film, who also did the voice of DW in the first 3 seasons of Arthur, if you didn't know that about The Toys Who Saved Christmas. And then there's a Disney Interactive promo for Disney's animated storybook 101 Dalmatians, and then the Stay Tuned After the Feature bumper for Mary Poppins, Practically Perfect in Every Way. Then the lilac blue feature presentation screen, then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, then the THX logo, then the green format screen. It was Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin. And as I was trying to say, was Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin would air on PBS on March 29th of 2002, and it would have the dot transformation logo with the fishbowl logo's audio. And also, did you like the idea of PBS airings of The Sword and the Stone using the Snow Globe logo, but with the fishbowl logo's audio? Because that era never happened before, of the Snow Globe logo using the fishbowl audio. Anyway, after the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo was shown on Mary Poppins, it has the THX logo, the green format screen. Then the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo is shown. And then it goes to the film. Alright, here's the next release. I have 2 copies of the 1997 VHS release of Sleeping Beauty, which is a 1959 film. First, I'm going to show you this one. I got this some time ago. And it's a 1959 film. And if Sleeping Beauty were to air on PBS, it would air on PBS in 2004 to honor the 45th anniversary of the film. And the PBS airings of Sleeping Beauty would have the PBS Kids Dash transformation logo with the correct audio. Because there is a dragon, and the robot kind of has similar powers as the dragon because of the size. Spine. And look at the back. An unmatched vision of a world of pageantry, magic, and adventure, says Los Angeles Times. Here's the tape, and the print date is July 16th, 1997. And this tape of Sleeping Beauty has the green FBI warning screens, the Walt Disney Company intro, and then there is a preview for the re-release of The Little Mermaid, and then it's got previews for Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, and then previews for Sleeping Beauty, and then previews for Old Yeller, Alice in Wonderland, even though it never got released on VHS in 1997, and The Jungle Book. And then it's got previews for George of the Jungle, and then a preview for Disney Interactive promo for Disney's Magic Artist. And then it would have the Wonderful World of Disney promo, then the Stay Tuned After the Feature bumper for the making of Sleeping Beauty, then the lilac blue feature presentation screen and the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, then the THX logo, the green format screen, then the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo, then the Buena Vista logo, then the film. I also have this copy right here. Packaging is the same. And the print date is July 27th, 1997. Alright, here's the next release. This is the 1997 Film Classics release of Old Yeller. Now you may be thinking, oh, this is a Film Classics release. Film Classics releases can't have the Masterpiece Collection logo. Well, there is an exception to this release. Old Yeller is a Film Classics release that does contain the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo on there, surprisingly. Fully restored 40th Anniversary Limited Edition. Old Yeller, this is a 1957 film. And if it aired on PBS, it would actually air on PBS in 1997 to honor the 40th anniversary of the film, just like the VHS release. And it would air on PBS November 17th, 1997, the same day as the 29th season premiere of Sesame Street. What did you think about that air date, Jeremy, for Old Yeller? And of course, as we all know, as it's a PBS airing from 1997, it would have the PBS Kids P-Pals logo with the EI balloon. Here's the spine and the back. And this one says, exciting action for everybody, says Time magazine. Well, the film isn't really that exciting. It's a little sad. Even though I've not seen the film at all. Here's the tape. if you look over there, it says the print date is August 20th of 1997. Well, it's sad because Old Yeller gets shot near the end of the film. And what are your thoughts on Old Yeller airing on PBS in 1997 at the same time this VHS release came out, Jeremy? Anyway, the VHS of Old Yeller has the green FBI warnings and the Walt Disney Company intro. Then there's a preview for the re-release of The Little Mermaid. There's actually a preview for Flubber after the Walt Disney Company intro. And then there is some previews for Beauty and the Beast. After the Walt Disney Company intro, it has a preview for Flubber. And then there is a preview for on Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin. It also has a preview for Fun and Fancy Free on there. Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Anyone is expected to cry in that film. After the green FBI warnings and Walt Disney Company intro is shown on Old Yeller, it has a preview for Flubber, and then there's some home video trailers for Beauty and the Beast, Enchanted Christmas, Peter Pan, Hercules, and George of the Jungle. And then there is a preview for The Toys Who Saved Christmas, on there. And then it has the Wonderful World of Disney promo on there. And then the stay tuned after the feature screen for the making of Old Yeller. And then it would have the Lilac Blue feature presentation screen, and then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo appears on accident. Appears by mistake. The Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo appears by mistake on here. And then the THX logo is shown. Then the Walt Disney Pictures logo, which is silent. And then the Buena Vista logo in the film. Next up, I have 2 copies of the 1997 fully restored 30th Anniversary Limited Edition Masterpiece Collection VHS of The Jungle Book. First, we're going to look at this one. Here's the front, the spine, and the back. This one says, memorable music, imaginative adventures, a treat for all ages, says David Whiteley of WCVB TV, ABC in Boston. At Actually, you know what a better idea would be? The dot transformation logo could still have its audio, but at a lower volume to make it a little bit quieter. How would you feel about that happening? Here's the tape. Print date is August 4th, 1997. And this tape has the green FBI, and this copy is a pretty rare copy because this copy has the green FBI warning screens and the Walt Disney Company intro. And then it has home video trailers for a re-release of The Little Mermaid and Flubber. And then there's some previews for Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas, Peter Pan, and Hercules. And then it's got home video trailer for The Toys Who Save Christmas. And then a Disney Interactive promo for Nightmare Ned on CD-ROM. And then the Wonderful World of Disney promo, and then the Stay Tuned After the Feature screen, and the Lilac Blue feature presentation screen, and the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and then the THX logo. And then this copy actually features the green format screen on there. And then it would have the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo in the film. That's what makes this copy very rare, because it actually has the green format screen come before the Walt Disney Pictures logo. As most copies don't have the green format screen. And here is this copy. Probably not, Jeremy. Here's another copy I got in August 2014. Packaging's the same. Print date is August 11th, 1997. Printed 2 years after Phil Harris left. Which was also Guitar Hero and Baldi's Basics FTW Door FTL's 36th birthday. 36th birthday. And the copy printed on August 11th, 1997, opens the exact same way. Yeah. And then after the THX logo is shown on the copy printed on August 11th, 1997, it goes straight to the Walt Disney Pictures logo and doesn't have the green format screen. Next up, I have the 1998 VHS release of Hercules, Hercules, Hercules! 1997 film. And it's a 1997 film, of course. And if that aired on PBS, it would air on PBS on February 8th of 2002. And the PBS airings of Hercules would have the 1999 PBS Kids dot logo. Here's the spine. In the back. The hippest, most playful of them all, a hit of Olympic proportions, says WCBS TV, New York City. Here's the tape, ink labels, and the print date's December 24th of 1997. Print date's December 24th, 1997. Printed on Christmas Eve of 1997. And it has the green FBI warning screens, the late 90s version. And then the Walt Disney Company intro. And then there's home video trailers for Mulan. And then there is some previews for Flubber. After a preview for... Alright. Green FBI warnings, late 90s version. And the Walt Disney Company intro. And then it has previews for Mulan. And then there's a preview for Belle's Magical World. And then I believe there's a preview for The Little Mermaid. And then Peter Pan. And then Flubber. And then it would have the lilac blue feature presentation screen and the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, the green format screen, the Walt Disney Pictures logo, and the film. And an interesting fact, Hercules came out on February 3rd of 1998 on VHS, which was the same day as the Sesame Street VHS releases Big Bird Gets Lost and Fiesta. Did you know that? Alright, next up, two copies of the 1998 VHS release of Peter Pan, or Peter Pan 4000. First, we're going to look at this copy. Here's the front, spine, back. Belongs to the home of every dreamer, young or old, says Urban Legend. Yes, I did. Oh. I should have showed you this copy first, because I checked the print date for the copy that I just showed you, and it was later, so I'm showing you this one first. Anyway, this is printed on March 2nd, 1998, printed a day after it was released. And this copy is the late 90s green FBI warning screens, the Walt Disney Company intro, then there's some previews for Mulan, and then there's some previews for Flubber, The Little Mermaid, The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars, and Melody Time. And then there's a Stay Tuned After the Feature bumper, and then the Flash Bang feature presentation screen. Then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, the THX logo, the Walt Disney Pictures logo, the RKO logo, and the film. And this one was printed on, and this copy that I should have showed you later is printed on March 4th, 1998. It opens the exact same way. Next up, I thought I might like to show you something that is very rare. No, it did not scare me, not even in the slightest. Not even in the slightest. I actually did not get scared of them at all. Because I thought the animation was pretty cool. Next up, this is a rarity, a 1998 Masterpiece Collection Edition DVD of Mary Poppins. Now, I know, right? You were expecting a VHS release to be shown next, but since this is rare, it's a Masterpiece Collection DVD, I thought I'd show you this. Now, you want to know which version of Mary Poppins would appear on the PBS airing of Mary Poppins from September of 1999, Jeremy? It would be this version shown from the DVD. Here's the spine, back. So, the version of Mary Poppins that would be shown on the PBS airings of Mary Poppins would be the version that is from the 1998 DVD release. What do you think about that? Here's this back cover. Here's this little index. And look, there's a very cool disc art right there. Now, this DVD has the late 1997 green FBI warnings, and then it has the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, but it has the 1992 Walt Disney Classics jingle playing over it. Then it goes to the Buena Vista logo in the film. And the DVD menu does not appear until the very end. Next up, I have 3 copies of the 1998 Masterpiece Collection edition of The Little Mermaid. We're going to look at this one first. Someone gave this copy to me some time ago. Spine. Look at the back. It's fully restored special edition release. It's got an ink label. The print date is January 28th, 1998. Yeah, the Little Mermaid film would use the fishbowl ID because it would air on April 10th of 2004. What did you think of the air date for the Little Mermaid being April 10th of 2004 to honor the 15th anniversary, Jeremy? All right. Now, the VHS of the Little Mermaid would have the late 90s green FBI warning screens. And then there's something very interesting. Jodie Benson is interviewed with 2 talking goldfish, Gil and Phil. And I don't think so. I'd say Newsies would use the dot logo from 1999. Here's the spine. All right. After the green FBI warnings, there's something interesting. Jodie Benson is interviewed by 2 talking goldfish named Gil and Phil, and it contains many previews, including Mulan, A Bug's Life, and there's previews for The Spirit of Mickey, Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World, A Melody Time, Lady and the Tramp, and films like this, and previews for Disney Magical Cruise Line Vacation, and previews for Disney One Saturday Mornings. Then it has a special feature presentation where Phil and Gil talk over it, and he's like, well, grab a seat, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Aw, there's nothing like an underwater classic. And then Jodie Benson would tell people to don't forget to stay tuned after the film for the music video Part of Your World. And then it would have the THX logo, and then the green format screen, and then the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo, which has the music out of sync with the animation. The music begins earlier, and the footage begins later. This also happens on the 1991 Black Diamond Classics release of The Rescuers Down Under and stuff. Then we go into the film. And next I have this copy. Packaging's the same. This copy is printed on February 3rd of 1998, which was the same day that Hercules came to VHS, along with the 2 Sesame Street releases, Fiesta and Big Bird Gets Lost. And then this is my childhood copy that I had for a long time. And this one is printed on February 9th, 1998. I heard there were some early copies of that 1998 Little Mermaid VHS that had the cut short green FBI warnings from 1991 from the Beauty and the Beast VHS, but I don't think it's true. I think all copies of the 1998 VHS are the late 1997 ones. This next film I have two copies of the 1998 VHS release of The Black Cauldron. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't think it's controversial at all. Anyway, the 1998 VHS of The Black Cauldron, it's a 1985 film, and for some reason, even though it's a Disney animated film, this film is actually rated PG instead of rated G. And if The Black Cauldron aired on PBS, it would air on October 6th of 2000 to honor the 15th anniversary of the film. And the TV airings of The Black Cauldron from October 6th of 2000 would have the PBS Kids Dash transformation logo. Here's a spine in the back. A rip-roaring tale of swords, sorcery, and magic, says Roger Ebert, Chicago Sun-Times. Because there's a little bit of magic in the Black Cauldron, so that's why the Dash transformation logo would appear in the film. Here's a tape. Print date is June 28th of 1998. This copy is the green FBI warning screens, the late 90s version. Then the 1992 gold Walt Disney Home Video logo. Then the coming soon to theater screen. And a preview for Meet the Deedles. And then the coming soon on video and cassette screen. And previews for Kiki's Delivery Service, Pocahontas 2, Journey to a New World, Lady and the Tramp, and The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. And then it would have the Flash Bang feature present. And then it would have the feature program screen, the black and blue feature program screen. Then the green format screen, the 1985 Walt Disney Pictures logo, which is the first film to use the Walt Disney Pictures logo. And the film. Wow. What were your thoughts on the PBS Kids logo on 2000 airings of The Black Cauldron? Well, the good news is we are almost done. So, hold on a second, folks. I have another copy right here. Same label. And the print date's July 2nd of 1998. And this copy opens the exact same way. It also contains the feature program screen. And I do know that there are later copies of this tape that have the Flashbang feature presentation screen and the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, but these are early copies. Yeah, that would be a good idea. But these copies of The Black Cauldron I have are earlier copies that contain the feature program screen and do not have the Masterpiece Collection logo. Only 4 more Masterpiece Collection tapes to cover. So, but one of the 4, only 4 more Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection tapes to cover. But one of those 4, I have 2 copies of, and it's I think the Black Cauldron came out in August of 1998 on VHS. Next up, I have 2 copies of the 1998 fully restored limited edition Masterpiece Collection edition of Lady and the Tramp. We're going to look at this copy first. Fully restored, THX certified. And this one says, one of Disney's most endearing classics, says Chicago Tribune. And actually, this copy I should have looked at first because it had an earlier printing. And the VHS Winnie the Tramp came out on September 15th of 1998, which was 2 weeks after The Best of Kermit on Sesame Street was released by Sony Wonder on VHS. Print date, ink label, and the print date is July 27th, 1998. And this tape of Lady and the Tramp Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure I'd say Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure would air on June 11th, 2001 on PBS, but it would have the Dot Transformation logo. How would you feel about airing from June 11th, 2001 using a Transformation logo, which is Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure? That is, let me look up the, yep, February 27th, 2001. So that, the live action film would have the Forest Run logo from 2013. So I looked at the results, and Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure was released on February 27th, 2001. So it can air on PBS on June 11th, 2001. How would you feel about that air date on PBS and using a Transformation logo when it aired on June 11th, 2001 for Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure? Alright, so the VHS of Lady and the Tramp would have the green FBI warning screens, late 90s version, the Walt Disney Company intro, and then there's a theatrical trailer for A Bug's Life, and then there is some previews for The Jungle Book, Mowgli's Story, The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, The Rescuers, The Summer of the Monkeys, and then it would have the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, or promo, Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo from 1998, and then the Disney One Saturday Mornings trailer, and then the Stay Tuned After the Movie for a Special Message screen, and then the Flash Bang feature presentation screen, and the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, the THX logo, the Walt Disney Pictures logo, the Buena Vista logo in the film. Here is another copy right here. Same packaging. Same label, except it has a dark sticker label this time, and it's printed on August 11th, 1998. Printed 1 year after one of my copies of the Masterpiece Collection edition of the Jungle Book was printed. And what were your thoughts on Lady and the Tramp 2 Scamp's Adventure, airing on June 11th, 2001, and using the PBS Kids Transformation logo because of Harriet the Spy and the Hunchback of Notre Dame? And Harriet the Spy, which had the dash logo, in comparison to JG the Jet Plane, which had the dot logo. Yeah. Next up, I have a 1999 VHS release of The Rescuers. This is the recalled version from March of 1999. It's the front and the spine. Back. A breath of fresh air. A solid story with a delighted cast of characters, says Leonard Maltin. This one has a dark sticker label. And the print date is February 19th, 1999. And this has the late 90s green FBI warning screens, the 1992 gold Walt Disney Home Video logo, and in the coming soon to own on video cassette screen, a preview for Mighty Joe Young, and then there is some previews for Alice in Wonderland and Robin Hood, and then there are some previews for, let's see. All right. So, according to the description, Joe Young, Alice in Wonderland and Robin Hood. Then there's a preview for Madeline Lost in Paris. And then there is a preview for The Wonderful World of Disney promo. And then there's a Disney Mouseworks short. And then there's the Lilac Blue feature presentation screen that comes back, except it has Mark Elliott's voiceover coming back saying, "And now our feature presentation." Then the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, then the 1985 Walt Disney Pictures logo, and then it goes to the film. All right. Next up, I have the 1999 VHS release of 101 Dalmatians, released on March 9th, 1999. The same day as Sesame Street Kids' Favorite Songs was released on VHS. Here's the spine and the back. Irresistible, says Gene Siskel. Here's the tape. It's got the dark sticker label. And the print date is January 20th of 1999. And this has the late 90s green FBI warning screens. And then the gold Walt Disney Home Video logo with black background. Then the coming soon to theater screen. Then a preview for Doug's first movie. Then the now available to own on video cassette screen and the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo. Then the coming soon own on video cassette screen. And then it would have the "You'll Find Out in a Minute." Because the next tape I'm about to show you is The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. After a preview for A Bug's Life, alright, it's got the green FBI warning screens, gold Walt Disney Home Video logo, coming soon to theater screen, preview for Doug's first movie, now available to own on video cassette screen, the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo, and then the coming soon on video cassette screen and a preview for A Bug's Life, Madeline Lost in Paris, and the Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue. Then there's the Mouseworks short, which is a completely different short of Pluto getting the paper. And then it's got the lilac blue feature presentation screen. And there's a bumper saying, "See more of Mickey and Friends on Mouseworks," part of Disney's One Saturday Morning on the ABC, that comes after the end credits of the short. And then the lilac blue feature presentation screen, and then it goes straight to the THX logo. Then the 1990 Walt Disney Pictures logo, the Buena Vista logo, and the film. Even though it's part of the Masterpiece Collection line, it does not have the Masterpiece Collection logo at all. But, Jeremy, I have an idea for a 1996 VHS release of 101 Dalmatians from the Masterpiece Collection line that came out on the same day as the Pocahontas VHS release, except it would have the Voice of Experience commercial from the Lion King VHS, and it would have the same previews as the Pocahontas VHS, but despite the different promo. And unlike Pocahontas, all of the copies of the 1996 VHS of 101 Dalmatians would have the Masterpiece Collection logo. Then the Walt Disney Pictures logo and the film would start without the Buena Vista logo, like the 1992 VHS release. What did you think about that release of 101 Dalmatians? To honor the 35th anniversary. Okay. Wow, that's amazing. Melody Time would actually use the PBS Kids P-Pals logo, since that aired on PBS in 1998 at the same time as the Melody Time VHS release. Believe it or not, it would air on the same day as the VHS came out. What are your thoughts on that happening, Jeremy? Alright, I have the 1999 VHS release of The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. And this was released on VHS on May 25th of 1999. And then it would air on PBS 4 months later on October 29th of 1999. How would you feel about that date for The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad PBS airing? And The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad would have an audio error. It would have the PBS Kids Dash logo, but with the dot logo's audio. On the PBS airing. What were your thoughts on that error? Anyway, here's the spine. Back. And there should have been a 40th anniversary VHS from 1989 that has the same previews as the Bambi VHS, except with a preview for Bambi after the Little Mermaid trailer. And this one says, Fantasy with all the Disney magic, says San Francisco Chronicle. Ink label, printed April 8th, 1999, and this has the green FBI warning screens, the Walt Disney Home Video, the gold Walt Disney Home Video logo. And then it's got the coming soon to feeder screen. And then we have a preview for My Favorite Martian. And then there's a preview for Flick's Musical Adventure at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Oh, there's a coming soon to video screen. A preview for My Favorite Martian, and a preview for Flick's Musical Adventure at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And then there's a preview for Alice in Wonderland and Robin Hood. And then there's a preview for Madeline Lost in Paris. And then there is a preview for The Great Mouse Detective. And then there's a preview for Playhouse Disney on Disney Channel, featuring Bear in the Big Blue House, PB&J Otter, Out of the Box, and other Playhouse Disney shows. Then the Lilac Blue feature presentation screen, the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and then the RKO logo in the film. Yeah. And what did you think of Melody Time airing on PBS on the same day Melody Time came to VHS, surprisingly? Of Melody Time coming to VHS and airing on PBS on that day would be quite a coincidence, wouldn't you agree? All right, the very last VHS release I have for the Masterpiece Collection, the 1999 VHS release of Alice in Wonderland. Spirited Charming, truly remarkable animation, same description as the 94 VHS. Tape. And the print date's June 8th, 1999. And this VHS has the late 90s green FBI warning screens. And then it has the gold Walt Disney Home Video logo. And then there's the now available to own on video cassette screen. I believe there's the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection promo. And then there's a preview for Madeline Lost in Paris. Then a preview for Belle's Tales of Friendship. For The Great Mouse Detective. Belle's Tales of Friendship, and Hercules Zero to Hero. Then the Lilac Blue feature presentation screen, the Walt Disney Masterpiece Collection logo, and the RKO logo in the film. And that does it. Stay tuned for another live stream coming on Friday. Well, last question. Well, the animated movie would use the dot logo with the correct audio. I think the live action one would have the dot logo make a surprise appearance on there. How would you feel about that? Even though it's a new film. Okay. This is Flick11 2000. I will see you on Friday for another live stream. Until then, I'll see you later.